Hey YouTube, it's Joe again with a bonus video. Two videos the same day on the 1986 Pontiac Trans Am floor pan replacement using used pans. Video series. Okay, mostly how not to do this. Last video showed you the dash was out and told you what I was planning on doing. I found some interesting things in the last 20 minutes. Here's the pads. They're out. Apparently they were glued in at one time. Didn't know that. I got that nice big bundle of stuff over there. Somebody's former residence. Got all the pads off. Get the wiring tied out of the way. And I found that loveliness right there. This is all cracked. I don't know what the hell that would be from. Stress? I don't know. There's a little bit of rust. Now, the way the old folklore goes around about these cars and why they all rot out is supposedly there's a seam supposed to be up here, but as you can see, there isn't. There's no seam up here. Got a little bit of rust. And I'm thinking that's coming off from this pad that used to be tied up here. Had those push pins holding it in. That would get wet, hold the moisture up against this, and then this would rust out. So the only thing I can think is over here I can see there's a little bit of rust around these openings for the wiring. So moisture is obviously coming in there and running down the floor pan here and rotting this out, and that's how that happened. But I also know that up in here where the VIN tag is, the VIN tag is all rusty. But you know, I got holes right here that go out. These are into the cowl, and there's no rust around that. So obviously that's not the way this is happening. So I am starting to think that there may be one of these cracks is leaking and water's running in here from the crack and running around and getting this pad wet and then running down. Or maybe the water is coming in. Somehow this pad is getting wet. These are all rusty. I got to figure this out before I waste a lot of time repairing this, but I wanted to show people, anybody that's looking, there looks like there might be a crack right there. This is cracked. You know, I think that this might be what's happening, is that these have cracks and the cracks leak. You know, I'll wire brush this off later after I start cutting on the floor. Once I get into this, I'm going to figure this out one way or another, but I'm pretty sure this is inside where the windshield wiper motor armature is, inside of the cowl vent area, and I'm pretty sure that that's what's going on. It isn't that there's a seam there. There's cracks there from when they put the car together or the car is flexed. That's where the water comes in, soaks the pad. The pad distributes the water all over. It drips and runs down into the car, runs down the back of the firewall into the seams, and starts to rot everything out. That's how I see this happening, because I don't see anything else. I don't see any other way for this to happen. You can see that this is the seam where the outer portion of the cowl is welded. There's spot welds all through here, and you can see that this is stamped so that there's an area for that to be. There's spot welds all through here. So I think that that's what's happening, is that water is sitting there in these cracks. There's a little crack right here. Look at that, put my fingernail right through. Huh. Yep. So I think that's how this is happening. So I'll weld this stuff up. Hopefully I won't have any trouble with it. Well, we'll find out when we get to that stage. First thing first, we'll get the pans going again. And God help me, I hope that's the rest of the rust. I'm getting a little tired of this. To be honest with you, I've already, like I said in the other video, I've already quit on this thing 3 times in the last week. That's starting to get kind of old. I'd like to start moving forward with things rather than continuing to find problems and issues. So here we go. Back to work. Talk to you later.